Hi everyone! So it is late August here in San Diego. Well, technically speaking, I'm about 30 miles-ish east of San Diego where it gets a lot hotter. And it has been a really hot last week or so. We're like in the 90s, which is like 33 Celsius for the rest of the world. And I have been really busy and kind of been neglecting some things. So I figured now is as good a time as any to go around and show you the good, the bad, and the ugly of summer succulents here in San Diego. So let's go check it out. So I figured let's first start with the positive. I had planted this whole little arrangement back in, I believe, May of this year-ish. I'd have to look back, but I'm not 100% sure. But around May-ish. Took me probably about a month to finish. And it was kind of just that this is the hottest part of my garden. Lots of sun that comes about 2 in the afternoon, 1 in the afternoon-ish, and it's just hot all day back here. So this, I was really trying to find some things that would really stand the test of time, handle a lot of heat, handle a lot of sun, full sun actually. So I would say for the most part, I'm actually really happy with how everything turned out. If you go and look back in my previous video where I did a month ago, which was basically late July, these aeoniums were, these little kiwi aeoniums, the colors are still gorgeous, but they definitely have shrunken up in size. They've gotten a lot smaller. Still beautiful, looking really, really amazing next to those Fred Ives. Those purple Fred Ives are just gorgeous. I'm really loving the color. I like to make it some rock. This whole arrangement in general, I'm really, really happy with. These little Sahara echeverias are just beautiful. They definitely have lived up, I think, to the hype. They are supposed to be able to handle the sun a lot better than other echeverias who tend to burn. And I would say these ones definitely have handled it. So I am more than content to spend some extra money and buy some more of these, because if I want to do echeverias in the full sun, I'm going to need something like that. These, on the other hand, have shrunken up, super tiny. They're the little Agavoides lipstick plant. And this one, when I first put it in, just looked amazing. He was super happy. And as the summer has progressed, he has shrunken up and just protecting himself until our cooler temperatures come. This one, on the other hand, he never really looked that good from the beginning. He had a whole lot of hail damage. We had a really bad hailstorm last year, and a lot of the plants just kind of got a little decimated. But not last year, but probably beginning of the year is when we get our winter, January, February. But he will, like I said, once things bounce back, they will be better when the cooler temperatures come. This is looking really, really nice. It's kind of a type of ice plant, one of my favorites actually. Really, really cute. All these little aeoniums, they're still summer dormant. They're all gonna just stay nice and tight and enclosed. Sorry about the neighbor's dogs. And these are aloe veras, which are also, aloe veras tend to be summer dormant as well. So they're definitely not going to be coming that nice deep green as the winters come and get the rains. This little aloe over there has really multiplied, has really gotten nice and big, thrown up a bunch of pups. Once the cooler temperatures come, this will be fun to kind of change things up and just see in the back. Let's see if I can get back there. Like, you can tell that this poor little golem is just, he's a fried, poor little guy. Look at him. He's all really pretty red, but up close you can tell he's kind of gotten shrunken in. Definitely they'll be really happy once our cooler temperatures come, which we're still not even there yet, because September is one of our hottest months. So those first 2-3 weeks of September, we can be over 100 for a couple weeks straight. So they still got a little time to be waiting for our cooler temperatures. But this is just looking really pretty. So I'm liking all this. And this little area over here also has held up pretty well. So this I planted up within the last month, I'd say. I forget exactly. The only things that have officially died are the succulents. Ugh. The things that have died are the things that were not succulents. Case in point, that dead little plant right there. All of this looking really cute, 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 cute. And dead plant right there. I need to stick with succulents. I keep trying to not, and then I go places I forget to water. This is why I do succulents, because I don't have a watering system in place, and unless you do an automatic water and you're getting, you know, 100 degrees plus, some of these plants need some water. Those little aeoniums, all still summer dormant, but they just look really cute like that, like a little bouquet. Just so adorable. I love that. This I planted up a while back, had a couple little casualties, but for the most part, this has actually held up really, really well. Oh, Lucy's coming to say hi. So there's another little aloe vera in there. I really like, I think this is an Echeveria sunset. I don't remember, but I will say if it's not, it sure looks the colors of the sunset, because absolutely gorgeous. Look at that. And then look at the coloring back here. I don't remember what this is, but I really love the colors on that. Just that deep burgundy. This poor little Echeveria, A, has got burnt. B, has been treating it like crazy for mealybugs. Tons of mealybugs in there, which is unfortunate. But everything else over here, those little agavoides, they really do not like the full sun. I really need to get them in a, so I will say after this cooler temperatures come, some of this stuff is going to get moved to a different location. Then we have down here, a lot less plants, but really pretty still. They've just been hanging out really nicely. Little Gibiflora is still blooming. The white one hasn't bloomed for a while, but the red one has been blooming like crazy this whole time. Those have gotten a nice purplish again. They turn green, they turn purple when they get stressed, and they're turning back to their purple color, which I prefer actually. And it's kind of definitely reached out, so it's definitely grown quite a bit. I'm really happy with some of the stuff that I didn't think could handle the sun. It's done really well in this full sun. This little Kalanchoe tomentosa, I believe it is, the panda plant. I mean, he would prefer to be in the shade, but considering, he's done really well. And same for these snake plants. I mean, they're not perfect. They definitely have some, like, you know, the tips have burned a little bit. They would have definitely preferred the shade, but I'm quite pleased that they survived. They did well. They add some nice little height. So that's really nice. Now let me go show you guys a complete epic fail, which I'm really bummed about because it was one of my favorite arrangements I did, and I just didn't think very well when I did it. I stuck it in a location that was too sunny. It burned the whole arrangement, which I'm just so bummed about because it was literally one of my favorites. So I've moved it to a more shadier location, and I'm just waiting for it to revive itself. But I'm so bummed. This whole really cute little, I forgot what it was. He died. Even my poor little living stones, a lot of them kind of got a little fried. It's not all of them. Some of them are doing quite well. This little tree light plant was new to me, and it came overwatered and started losing its leaves and turning yellow from the nursery as it was. But then I put it in a place that got too much sun and it just kind of burnt it to a crisp. So I stuck it in a shady location. Going to just leave it alone. Doesn't need water. These are all very hardy succulents, cactus, who don't need water, they need shade. So I'm just gonna leave it here, be patient, and hope for the best because can't do anything else about it. So another thing really interesting over here is this little arrangement. So we have your Pterodox candidissimus and an Opuntia, which is a woolly Opuntia, who, when he gets a lot of sun, he gets a lot more woolly and a little bit more shrunken up, but it's been hot and he gets full sun right here. And then there is a, I think it's a crested type of Opuntia. I don't remember the name. This is also I did an arrangement. Wow, this one's a couple of years old. This is actually this is a pretty old arrangement, but really pretty. And this is one of my favorite plants. I just love the texture, and he is summer dormant. So you don't want to give him any water over the summer. So I don't and he is very happy. So it's really funny. So there's him, and then there's a couple more of him over here, which I am eventually going to want to put them in the ground, but they just look like little fence posts during the summer. During the winter, they tend to get a little bit more leggy and not so closed up tight, but I gotta pull some weeds around here. Check out this little paper cactus. Really cute. He looks way more dangerous than he is. These literally are, they're just like, they feel like paper. They really aren't pokey at all. He's getting a little top heavy. When I got him, he was like here, and then he put off all these extra babies, but he, I think, is just a very unique cactus. I really like this one. Let's see here. These little lisps are looking quite cute. This little crested guy in the back got a little sunburned. But other than that, they're doing very well. Those are looking very happy. Over here, this is an area gets a little, it gets morning sun, but it also gets quite a bit of this. I need to do some little watering. I may or may not be putting this part in the video because this whole area looks really sad. I haven't been over here for a while. This is the only thing that's looking really good. How beautiful is that? It's a little spring, I think it's a springtime cressula, but everything else, some of it needs some water, some of it is just really, really hot. That needs some water. He's doing pretty good down there. Needs some water, needs some water. Okay, I'll be watering him. Okay. All right, Lucy, let's go. My camera shut off for a second. Let's go check out the patio area, because that's where the nicer stuff is. That main thing over here was my failure. I put him in a spot where I thought he was going to get a good amount of morning sun, but then be having shade during the hotter parts. And unfortunately, he got way too much sun and just fried before I could tell. Because I was gone for a little bit, for work, then I took a little vacation. Then on vacation, I hurt my back. So I'm kind of hobbling around the yard now, not able to do much, which is extremely annoying because I was planning on coming home with getting all kinds of stuff done. And apparently I won't be doing that because walking isn't even so much fun at the moment. But this is looking really pretty. Okay, and then I might want to wait till a different time of day. So, like I said, since I can't really bend down, this is our patio. And one of the best things I did this summer was put up this pergola. And it has given me so much shade. It's usually so hot in the kitchen. So this was a wonderful addition. However, it did a couple things that I wasn't used to because I wasn't having shade here. I was not used to having shade here. So a couple of my succulents got elongated and misshapen, and then I just recently noticed it, and it was quite unfortunate. But look at this. Okay, so this is just amazing. Look at this. This is some type of echeveria. I forget what it is. If anyone knows, please comment below. But it's just got that nice little warty, curlied up. Oh, it's just gorgeous, and the purple color in it, I just absolutely love it. It gets pretty much direct sun for most of the day. A little bit of shade, but not a whole lot. This little arrangement right here is just, this whole bowl is one of my favorites. Just absolutely beautiful. This little, this is a type of aeonium. I think it's a bouquet, or aeonium bouquet, but look at the red. Like during the springtime, it'll just be green as can be, but in the middle of summer, it just gets that nice vibrant red. This is all little dead blooms I need to cut off, but look at those echeverias. It's that whole little bouquet, so to speak. And then it's blooming really, really pretty. Got a whole bunch of variegated kitten paws. Those are looking really nice. The echeveria is gorgeous. Over here, this is an arrangement I did, I'd say a few months ago. hard to keep track anymore where the time flies, but look at that. Still, it basically looks exactly the same, I feel, as when I planted, which is always nice to know that everything kind of is cohesive and stays together. And then recently what I've been doing, because I can never for the life of me remember what all these are, I'm not good at that, so I've been putting all the plants on some little sticks and then just sticking them in here, so if I need to figure out what they are, it's all close and I can find it, because who remembers what names are? Like, I sure can't. I'm always impressed by those people who can just rattle off what they have, and I'm just like, oh my goodness, how do you guys remember these things? This is looking really, really pretty, very nice and happy. Also one of my most favorite of planters. I just love those this planter. I can't even remember the name of the artist, but there's that one artist who like does that drawings with all the stairs that kind of meet each other in different places. He's one of my favorite, and that's kind of what it reminded me of when I went and got it. This arrangement down here, same thing, really cute. I kind of feel like this is already grown, and this is why it's nice to have videos so I can go back and see what this looked like when I first put it in, but I don't think it had this on here. And I think this is only a couple months old. Like, it's not a super old arrangement, but it's looking really nice. It's getting really good shade, and it is extremely happy. This I just find hilarious. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and link this arrangement down below, because I think it is so amazing how quickly this has grown. Because when I planted this, there was only one, I think it was this one actually, there was one pronged guy, and unfortunately I don't even know what this is because there was no name on it, but there was just one, and he put off 3 little horns in a very short amount of time, which I just find amazing. So I'm really kind of wondering how to even, if there's a way to like propagate him, or because you don't really want to pull him apart, because then he'll look a little, you know, strange. I think it's not like you can. Anyway, I'll have to look into that, because I think that looks super cute. Very unique looking. This Echeveria just looks absolutely gorgeous. It's Echeveria Fire and Ice. Absolutely beautiful. I'm just having him sitting in that pot. I didn't even plant him in that pot. He's just in his original garden nursery pot that he came in, but really pretty until I decide where I want to put him permanently. I had gotten this really cool table from one of the people at work who didn't want it anymore, and this is one thing you need to remember. So you put this table in, it looks great, you need to remember what's behind it and what can happen, because ouch, because down here it's kind of giving too much shade to this whole arrangement, and the golems don't care. This little mother of millions doesn't care, but these Echeveria, what are they called? Echeveria ruby slippers. They do care. They're elongating a little bit, reaching out, trying to find some sunlight, losing their structure, which I'm not a fan of. So definitely when I can go pick up some plants, some pots, I need to move some stuff around so that doesn't happen. This little planter arrangement is just looking gorgeous. The colors are just beautiful. This is one of my most favorite arrangements. Not my most favorite pot, unfortunately. You never really know sometimes. It's why you don't want to always just put things in a pot that you're not going to like. Because then you don't want to take it apart because it looks so great. But, oh well, such is life. And then, oh, now I have to think about how am I going to do this. Okay. This is looking good. These aeoniums, I just love these too, these sunburst aeoniums. And these aeoniums in here, I think they might be called Mardi Gras aeoniums. I'm not sure, but I will say in general, like these ones tend to not look dormant like other aeoniums. They just keep their nice open structure really pretty. Definitely one of my favorites. We have the campfire with some more kitten paws that aren't variegated. So the variegated ones are a little bit more of a limey green. These are a little bit more darker green. Also, the variegated ones are in a lot more sun too. This arrangement is looking really nice. I put these in as cuttings a while back. I've never had very good luck with them as cuttings. They just don't, my mom's had really good luck, me not so much. So eventually we'll see what happens. But they're sitting there for a month or so and they haven't died, so I guess they're okay. Anyway, nothing too exciting here. Down here I just have all my little nursery in the shade looking cute. And then over here I have a bunch of different haworthias that I just planted up individually, looking really nice. There's a little haworthia. I'm liking the colors. It's just like a nice dark, almost maroonish, and that one's a haworthia Melisse. There's that one, also a nice burgundy color. This one recently got planted, so he's still a little stressed out. Normally it's a nice vibrant green. It's a haworthia turgida. I did have a haworthia truncata, but I don't know where he went to. Because at first I thought that was him, but it's not. Anyway, he's really cute. This one's also, I like how they have their little windows, as they call them, at the top. That looks really cute and pretty. This one's getting a fairly shady area, but it does get some sun in the middle of the day. There we have our nice little, oh, what is he called? I forget at the moment. I'll link it below when I can think. I will say, being injured is so annoying. But I was telling my friend recently that, you know what, sometimes I think it's good when we get injured, get a little sick. Not enough that we, you know, are permanently there, of course, but just enough that we can appreciate having good health, appreciate being well and not hurting. And then you have a little bit more empathy for all those people who are sick longer than you are, or have more pains than you do. And you don't really realize what it's like to be in pain until you're in pain. So, you know what? It's not being sick or being hurt can be a blessing in disguise, I'd say. I love this too. Same pot as same type of planter as my other one with all the little stairs, but really cute. This was all cuttings I did also in another arrangement, looking really nice. So these are all more recent arrangements. And this video is getting a little long, so let's get it going, because I always start here anyway. So these are things that you guys have probably already seen multiple times. And by the way, thank you everyone who has subscribed to this channel. It's such a silly little thing, but I reached 500 subscribers and it just brought a little joy to my heart. So thank you very much. I really appreciate it. I never realized how exciting it was until you start a channel to be like, oh, this person has so many subscribers, and now it's like, oh, I can appreciate that more now that I know what it means. And it's not something that's all important, but it feels good. So thank you very much. Okay, so those are looking good. Oh, this I'm really excited about, because I had one, this whole thing just died one day. I had to buy a new one, and look, he has a new little guide coming out the back. I have yet to have any of these bloom, and I'll be so excited when they finally do, because I've been waiting and waiting for a bloom. I hear they're really smelly, but that's okay, because I don't care. These are looking really unexciting. This down here is kind of interesting. So I like this whole arrangement. I've redone this multiple times, and this is one thing about putting it where I have, is it's getting too much shade. I mean, these little ghosties will always start reaching out, but it's reaching out a lot more than it normally would. So I will say I need to find a spot, happy medium, where he gets a little bit more sun, because I think he could use some more. I'm really excited about this. It's a little, I think it's a type of Pacivaria. I don't remember exactly, to be honest, because it was a no name when I put it in, but he's cresting. So that is super exciting. Also probably could use a little bit more sun, but I'll be really happy when he's not in full summer and crested. Definitely not the best time of year for succulents. They prefer that moderate temperatures, and 100 degrees is not moderate. You need to stretch the imagination. Definitely coastal people here, they can grow pretty much anything year round. They're like in the Garden of Eden, as opposed to us, we're in the desert. But anyway, this is really cute. This is a new aeonium I got probably like a month or so ago. Really happy with how it's turned out. It's kind of like a nice little bouquet look to it. And then I kind of put some little cubic frost underneath there. I might also be moving him so he can get some more sun because I really don't want them to lose their shape, but really happy with him. I need to move this back to the corner, but I'm not moving anything right now. But that's my sunburst aeonium that's crested. And here, this is such an epic fail. I'm so sad about this. So I bought one, and then I bought a second one, and I accidentally left them too much in the shade, and they completely lost their structure. This is a Crassula pagoda. They get nice and red when they're a little stressed. They can handle full sun. I inadvertently put him in too much shade. Came back from work, trip, vacation to a hot mess, basically. Not good looking at all. Not happy about that. This is the other little guy. He is not supposed to be doing this. So sad. But positive note, look at this. He is putting off his first bloom, and I've had this little, I think it's like a domino cactus. I don't, to be honest, remember his name because I've had him for years, probably a good 3 years. He has never ever bloomed. I've always had him inside with full sun, but this is the first time I brought him outside, and he finally has a little fuzzy bloom. Super excited. Cool. I do like this guy. Nice and prickly soft. And there's that. So that's pretty much my messy little August, hot August, summer tour. And oh, these are the new plants I got, which I'm super excited about. This guy, how cute is he? He's like he's an Opuntia of some kind. If anyone knows, please comment below. But he's like a flat Opuntia. He looks like Gumby, like really just adorable. But he had no name when I bought him. This is what died on the gnome arrangement. So I found another one, and he was only $5. So I figured, okay, fine, I'll give it another shot. And then I just had brought all of my hanging plants in and hung them on the back of my chairs to keep in the shade. So they're quite happy there. And I think that's pretty much all there is to really show. The front yard is a hot mess. It's a hotter mess than it is back here, actually. Who would have thunk? Thanks so much if you guys actually made it to the end of this video, because I feel like it's going to be a little long. I might include my little trip I took, which was really fun. So about 6-7 hours north of San Diego, there's this really cool mountain town. It's a little bit, it's probably about an hour south of Yosemite, and it has one of the national parks is called Devil's Postpile, where it has some really cool rock formations. So I might include our little trip down there, because that was pretty cool for just a couple minutes. Well, we were down there for longer than a couple minutes, of course, but the video will only be a couple minutes. Okay, well, thank you guys so much for watching this. I hope you found it entertaining. And like I said, thank you everyone who has subscribed. I really appreciate it. And thanks so much for all your comments. And you guys have a wonderful day. Hopefully you are getting some time to go out and enjoy your garden where it's not too hot. And we will talk to you guys later. All right, thanks so much. See you later. Bye-bye. Right? Yeah, I remember when we were in Iceland, we kept saying this looks like the postpile. You probably don't remember that, but yeah, it looks like this.
I don't know how many places on earth there are, but they are a little rare.
So there's things like this in Iceland.
Pardon?
There's things like this in Iceland.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's not a lot of places. They're kind of rare where they are. They'll find them all over. That makes why people come up here because they don't see a lot of places. There's a chipmunk carrying a twig.
Hello, Dad.
Hello.
You're on video.
Okay.
Any words of
I
wisdom?
don't know where the headwaters of this is. I have no idea. I know we went to Elmer and May once to the headwaters of the Rhodes River. And I remember we walked through it and it was a thing of water, maybe 100 feet across, just gushing out of the ground. And that was it.